Hi, this is Preetha and welcome to Dakshin Curry. Ever wondered what happens to those idlis which get left over after a meal? Oh, do not fret. Today I am going to show you how to make a really easy idli upma. So to know more about it, stay tuned. Idli Upma is a very versatile recipe. You can make it using a lot of ingredients and definitely you can have it for breakfast. You can also have it as a tea time snack. So let's have a look at the ingredients which are required to make this recipe. So I'm using around 4 idlis. Now obviously they are not very soft and fluffy, but they are not freshly made. So they are going to be a little hard, and I'll tell you how you have to set it right. So apart from that, around a tablespoon of cooking oil, a teaspoon each of mustard seeds, urad dal, cumin seeds, green chillies, some crushed ginger, 1 red chilli which I have just chopped up, a teaspoon of haldi, a dash of hing, some curry leaves, coriander, 1 tablespoon of dhania powder, and around 2 small onions which are thinly sliced, and salt to taste. So let's not waste any time, let's get into the process of cooking it. So let's start. As usual, we'll start with heating up the oil using a generous amount of oil, around 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons. We will start adding ingredients one by one. So firstly goes around a teaspoon of mustard. Allow it to crackle. Once that crackles, we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Now, as you can see, our mustard seeds is crackling. Now at this point of time, let's add the rest of the ingredients. So in goes a little bit of urad dal, some cumin seeds, curry leaves, red chilli, some green chillies, and some crushed ginger. I am not used chopped ginger. Let me first quickly give this a toss. I have used crushed ginger. You can also use chopped ginger. Now as you can see, I am not using red chilli powder in the recipe because I am using chopped green chillies. If you want to use red chilli powder, what you can do is you can avoid the green chillies at this stage and then add red chilli powder when you are going to be adding the turmeric. So you can see it is getting brown. Quickly add your onions, sliced onions. You can even chop them fine. So there are various variations, like my mom likes it when I use garlic also in the recipe, but I am not making it with garlic today, just with onions. And if you really don't have the time, you can avoid the onions also, but really onions give it that characteristic flavor, so always better to use that. Idli is such a versatile dish in its own. When you go to restaurants, you see people serving tawa idli and idli chilly, Szechuan Idli. So really, when you use it as a base, there's so much that you can do with idlis. As you can see, we don't want to brown this too much. We just want it to get a little translucent. At this point of time, I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric, around teaspoon. Give it a mix and just saute it for a while. Now in the meanwhile, what I am going to do is, till this is getting sauteed, I am going to crush my idlis. Now like I told you, these are not soft and fluffy, so you are just going to pinch them. Some people like to chop them or cut them into pieces or dices. Really don't have that patience. So and usually when I don't have time, what I do is I dunk in all the masalas in this. Yeah, actually I dunk in all the masalas in this and just dunk it into hot oil and cook it. So as you can see, I have crushed this. What you can do is you can add the salt to the idlis now itself, or you can obviously add it later on. What I am going to do is I am going to add a dash of salt to the onions, and I am going to add a dash of salt here to the idlis. Remember that obviously because we have made idlis, it's going to have a little bit of salt in it, so just go a little easy on the salt. And say you don't want to make it with oil, you want to make it with butter, still then you have to remember that you have to reduce the salt because butter has enough salt content. So now that this is done, you can have a look that our onions are also kind of sauteed. Let me just increase the flame. Now at this point of time, what I'm going to do is I'll add dhania powder. Now because I like dhania powder, I'm going to be putting a little bit more. Now for 4 idlis, what I'm going to do is I'll be adding around 2.5 teaspoons of dhania powder, and I'm going to be adding a dash of hing powder. What we usually do is we add hing water, but I'm adding a dash of hing. Now you must have wondered that I've added the hing much later, but that's fine because there's enough heat in it for the hing to cook. Now post mixing this, we don't want to cook the masala a lot. Just give it a quick stir and dunk in your idlis. Now give it a quick mix. Now like you can see that the idli is a little dry, so it's not going to be very easy for all the flavors to get absorbed, and it's going to kind of choke. So what I do is I drizzle some water. That's what I'm going to do. Just let me give this a quick mix. Just take very little water. That's about it. Give it a mix, and I'm going to put a lid on this and just allow it to cook for say a few minutes. Now if you feel that you have gone a little high on the green chilies, what you can also do is you can add a dash of sugar while cooking the idli upma. What it's going to do is it's going to caramelize, and it's going to give a very nice color to your idli upma. You can also add peanuts to this, you can also add coconut to this, you can add a dash of lemon juice to this. So the list is endless. There's really so much that you can do with it. And we don't have to cover and cook this for a long time, just for a minute or two, just to ensure that the idlis are getting soft, not dry anymore. So let's have a look how our idlis are doing. You can see that idlis look much softer, when you're going to do that. Yeah, just give it a quick stir, and I think what's left now is to just dunk in some coriander, again just roughly crushed. I just believe that when you're going to crush these ingredients, the flavors come out better than chopping. A lot of flavors get lost when you're chopping these things using a knife. So just a personal thing. So yeah, idli upma is ready to serve. Let's serve it. So as you can see, our idli upma is ready. My favorite combination or accompaniment is definitely chilled curd. So have this piping hot with chilled curd. I'm waiting for your feedback. Obviously, you're not going to forget to subscribe to India Food Network. So until next time, it's Preetha signing off. Bye.